Have you ever felt like life is unfolding in ways you never expected? Or wondered if the challenges you face are part of something bigger? In a world where so much feels out of our control, the real question isn't whether fate exists, but how we learn to accept it. In this video, we'll share 3 key life lessons that might just change the way you think about fate and acceptance. Let me tell you a story that really puts this into perspective. Once upon a time, there was a king and his advisor. They always went hunting together. One day, during the hunt, the king accidentally cut his finger. The advisor simply said, "Don't worry, it's all good." The king got furious at this response and threw his advisor in prison. A year later, the king went hunting again. This time, he got captured by a tribe who planned to sacrifice him. But when they saw the missing finger, they let the king go because he wasn't good enough for their god. The king had a sudden realization. My injury saved my life. He rushed back and freed his advisor. The king apologized to him, who in turn said again, "Don't worry, it's all good." The surprised king said, "You were right. It was indeed good that I lost my finger. Today, my injury saved my life. But how can you still think everything was good when you spent a year in prison because of me?" The advisor smiled and replied, "If I hadn't been in prison, I would have been with you. And because I have all my fingers, I would have been the one sacrificed." This story shows that life events, whether good or bad, are constantly changing their meaning. What feels like a disaster today might be a blessing tomorrow. In the book The Road Less Traveled, psychiatrist Morgan Scott Peck wrote, "Once we truly know that life is difficult, it no longer matters." This idea is similar to Buddha's teaching that life is filled with dukkha, which means dissatisfaction or suffering. Take Thomas Edison, for example, the guy who invented the light bulb. He failed countless times during his journey. When a journalist asked him how it felt to fail 10,000 times, Edison replied, "I didn't fail 10,000 times. I just found 10,000 ways that didn't work." That's an incredible way of looking at your life journey. Life will throw all kinds of challenges at you. Once we accept that challenges are a natural part of life, they stop feeling like roadblocks and instead become part of our growth. A common misunderstanding is that accepting fate means giving up. We do nothing and accept things as they are. This cannot be further from the truth. True acceptance doesn't mean doing nothing. It's about recognizing what's beyond our control and taking action where we can. Imagine someone who has lived a healthy lifestyle, but still gets diagnosed with cancer. Rather than seeing this as a personal failure, they accept that some factors, like genetics or the environment, are out of their control. They then focus their energy on treatment and recovery, instead of wasting time fighting what can't be changed. Acceptance isn't passive, it's powerful. By accepting what's out of our hands and taking action where we can live a more balanced and peaceful life. So what about you? How do you face unexpected events in your life? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. If this video gave you something to think about, try out some of our other videos too. We hope to see you next time.